super fam? I am Sensei Finito, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be talking about a whole bunch of things. We're talking about Daredevil Born Again updates. We have new stills from John Wick 4 and the Flash trailer updates as well, I guess you can say. So we got updates of all kinds coming at us today. I am excited, and I hope all of you are too. All right. So before we get into that, make sure you guys follow me on social media of all kind at Marvel Bros, at Sensei Finito, to stay up to date with all my news and my hot takes on the news that we post and talk about and all that good stuff. And also you can follow us at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all the latest news that's coming out, all the content and just good things like that, because we're always posting every single day. I hope everyone is having a fantastic, Thursday? Yeah, I hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday. I've been having a good one so far. Had some interviews with some players for my esports org, as well as some other things. So yeah, it's been a vibey day today, if I do say so myself, and I hope it's been a vibey day for you guys as well so far. Let me know how you're doing in the chat, because you already know your boy talks back. So, with all that being said, let's jump into the chat and see how you lovely super fam and brovengers alike are doing today. Bow. Yo, bro, remember me? What is up with that, Akash? How you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good day, Akash. It's been a long time since we've seen you around here, brother. I appreciate you, man. I hope you're having a good one, bro. Love to see you here. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm pretty sure it's like nighttime right now, isn't it? Hi, everyone. Happy holidays. Mr. Bro, Merry Christmas. What's up with the Marvel Cuphead? I hope you're having a good one, and Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays as well. I'm super excited. Let me know what you guys got going on this weekend for the holidays. I hope everyone's having a good one, yo. Okay, so where's Battery CEO? Man, Battery has not, been able to be here on the show in a fat minute, to be honest, Akash. He has been just getting everything ready with work. My guy, he goes to school to be a teacher. So he's doing a lot of his teaching stuff right now. And like, he's getting, around the end of it. So we might be seeing him, here and there, it'll be, we'll just have to see what happens with my bro. We're hoping he can come back soon, but he has a lot of stuff on his plate. But we are also hoping to get rotating guests here on the channel to help your boy out, because it is a lot to do this every single day solo now. Especially because before it was just on Sundays, but now, we do stuff a lot more. So now it's just a lot to do, even especially with trailers and stuff like that as well. So I'm looking to hopefully get some other people to come in, and because it's always good to have some conversation, especially when, sometimes chat ain't always chatting. So it's good to have someone to be able to bounce some ideas off of and get a little back and forth in there as well. Yes, it is morning, 5 p.m. It's 8 p.m. is afternoon. Morning is a.m. A.m. is morning. P.m. is afternoon and night, really. So I'm not sure what you mean. Yes, it's morning, 5 p.m. Yeah, I'm not sure. Being the CEO of Batteries is a very consuming business, a very time-consuming business. Hey, what's up with the Mauricio? I hope you're having a good one. And these are all facts. It is very time-consuming. And you know what, Akash, for you being not only the first one in the chat, but also since it's been so long since we've seen you, my guy, and you're an OG around here, we're gonna give you 500 Marvel Bucks today. Let's see. Exclamation point ad. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna give you 500 Marvel Bucks today, and we're gonna have. Hopefully, we can do like a big Marvel Bros thing for the last Super Fan Friday of the year, and get some things out so you guys can spend your Marvel Bucks, and then like I said, we're going to reset Marvel Bucks going into next year. So everything is going to be reset to zero. The prices will change and stuff like that as well. So we'll hopefully finish off the year with a bang and have everybody be able to, do all the stuff that they can do with them. What is the use of this? Marvel Bucks are used for the raffles and giveaways that we have on the channel. We haven't been able to have one just because the stuff was going on with battery and all that good stuff. But for the end of the year, we're definitely going to have our big giveaway that we've supposed to have already that we haven't been able to have. Like I said, well, we're going to have it. We're going to do a giveaway. We'll probably do a raffle and just stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be a vibe for sure. I hope everyone is staying warm. It's scary out there. I hope you're staying warm, Marisu, because it ain't too bad. I mean, it's cold where I'm at, but I'm in Cali, baby. It's gloomy outside, but it's still bright. There's some places where it's snowing. It ain't snowing here. Oh, I have missed so many Marvel Bucks. Yeah, we used to on Superfam Fridays. We usually we before we were having not raffles. What's it called? We were doing trivia. We were doing Marvel Bros trivia, and we were giving Marvel Bucks out for that. And all that type of stuff will come back next year as well. We just ran through this trivia book so quick. I got to get more trivia stuff and I want to do trivia not just for Marvel but also for DC stuff, Star Wars stuff, to be able to give everyone a fair chance at what's going on. So next year it's gonna be going up next year. That's all I'm gonna say is it's gonna be going up next year with the merchandise and all that type of stuff. It's gonna be awesome. It's very cold here. Oh, I can only imagine, Akash, how cold it is over there. It's supposed to snow in Mississippi. Some people here don't believe in snow. Yo, you're in Mississippi? I don't think I knew that, Marisu. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I knew you was in Mississippi. M-I, cricket letter, I, at, cricket letter, I, humpback, I. I thought you was in Canada with, I'm pretty sure, I think I did think you were in Canada with Andre, right? I believe Andre's in Canada. I know we got Marvel Bros all over the world, yo. We got the super fam all over the world, yo. So, it's awesome to have you guys, be able to. Man, I haven't seen snow since I was like 9 or 7. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a minute since I've seen snow. Like a fat minute. I have to come to another state for higher studies, so I have no time to watch anything. I hardly was able to manage time to watch Black Panther. Damn, bro. What you're going everywhere. So where are you now? Where are you now? Cuz I know you were in India before, correct? If I'm not mistaken. So where are you now if you had to go to another state for your studies? I'm just interested, if you don't mind me asking, yo. The super fam be super famming. Oh, so you're still in India. Okay. I thought you were saying that you had to go to another state for studies. My bad. Okay, I got you. Oh, in another state like okay, I got you. Like Rajasthan? Okay. I got you. What are you going to school for? I mean, what are you going to school for, my G? I don't know if we've ever talked about that. All right, so I just had to tap in with the super fam, see how all you guys are doing today. It's awesome to see that you guys are doing great. So let's get into the sauce of stuff. Yesterday we talked about this a little bit, and I just kind of want to touch on it again because I see it's actually making a bigger news cycle this week, or today, I should say. But yesterday we found out that a federal judge has ruled that movie studios can be sued under false advertising laws if they release deceptive movie trailers. So that is insane. And I don't really this is insane. And I kind of brought it up yesterday as well. Oops, my bad. That, Marvel is one studio that could get crazy sued for that, because they definitely are they're definitely people that do that, and they've gotten away with it quite a few times. So that's just wild to even think about, is that, movie studios can now be sued for stuff. And we read this article as well, and basically what the article was saying is that because this comes after Ana de Armas fans filed a lawsuit saying they rented yesterday because Anna was in the trailer. So this woman was in the trailer for a movie, but they ended up cutting her entire role out of the movie altogether. And some people went and saw the movie, or I think they rented the movie actually, because they saw her in the trailer for the movie, but when they watched the movie and she wasn't in it, they were like, "What the? That's the only reason why I even rented this movie and watched it." So they ended up suing the people for false advertising, for false advertisement, which is insane. The judge actually ruled in the favor of the plaintiffs in the, or is that what it is? The plaintiffs or the people that sued. They won the case. So now it is that like we can sue the movies. Basically we can sue the companies if their trailers are not accurate to the movie that is portrayed, but it's only in certain instances where they are actually fabricating what we see all the way in order to get us in the theater. So yeah, that's interesting, and it'll be really wild to see where this goes and how this changes stuff for the movies. But I mean, movies have for years just used trailers to kind of even deceive the audience a little bit, so we don't know exactly what's happening. And Marvel has definitely been at the helm for that. So it's like, what can they do now? What is it now? And I'm on the list of, I don't really like trailers all that much, because once you get the second trailer, they showing you the end of the movie for sure. Like, you're going to see in parts of the movie somewhere, some way. And it's like, damn, I'm not a fan of trailers ruining movies, but it happens a lot. But in this case, it seems like they're not going to have any other choice but to kind of put stuff from the movie all the way in it. That's actually in the movie. It's like scenes from the movie for sure. And, I don't know how I feel about that, because not all teaser trailers have footage that is actually in the movie, because it's a teaser trailer. It makes sense in that instance because there's so much stuff that's left on the cutting block at the end of the day. But in this case, the trailer had a whole different, like, this trailer that they were talking about had a completely different woman in it than the actual movie. So I can understand if you're a real big fan of a certain actor. But then again, they paid. It's like I'm pretty sure they paid $4.99 to rent the movie, and they're suing for $5 million. And mind blowing. It's like, bro, come on, G. Really? Is that what we're doing? But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit because I still think that's hilarious and kind of wild. That's pretty wild. Wait, who is being sued here? Because the studio doesn't even make the trailers usually. That gets outsourced to people who don't even know what the final product looks like. Yeah, that's a very good point. But nonetheless, they utilized the trailer, and I'm pretty sure the person is like showcased in the trailer, and they're not in the movie at all. I'm pretty sure it's akin to having a trailer centered around like if we're talking about Marvel, like we get the Loki trailer, Mobius is in the trailer, but when we watch it, Mobius isn't in it at all. I don't know if that's a really good comparison, but that's kind of what it is. So in this instance, it's kind of like the Red Bull gives you wings thing, right? That's stupid. Like everybody knew that Red Bull wouldn't literally give you wings, but that's what they said. So now they got to say wings so they can change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can pull up the article again. Here we go. And it comes and it's coming at us from Variety. Goodness gracious, all these damn ads that be popping up. Okay, so what Universal was trying to throw out the lawsuit, arguing that movie trailers are entitled to broad protection under the First Amendment. The studio's lawyers argued that a trailer is an artistic expressive work that tells a 3-minute story conveying the theme of the movie and should thus be considered non-commercial speech. But Wilson, who is the judge, I believe, rejected that argument, finding that a trailer is commercial speech and is subject to California false advertising law under the state's unfair competition law. Universal is correct that trailers involve some creativity and editorial discretion, but this creativity does not outweigh the commercial nature of a trailer. At its core, a trailer is an advertisement designed to sell a movie by providing consumers with a preview of the movie. So that's kind of that. Under plaintiff's reasoning, a trailer would be stripped of full First Amendment protection. This is what they argued back to that. And subject to burdensome litigation anytime a viewer claimed to be disappointed with whether and how much of any person or scene they saw in the trailer was in the final film. With whether the movie fit into the kind of genre they claimed to expect, or any unlimited number of disappointed things that they claimed, right? So that's what they said. So Wilson sought to address that concern, saying that false advertising law applies only when a significant portion of reasonable consumers could be misled. The court holding is limited to representations as to whether an actress or scene is in the movie and nothing else. The judge wrote, holding that based on yesterday trailer, it was plausible that viewers would expect De Armas to have significant role in the film. De Armas was originally intended to appear as a love interest for the film's protagonist, played by Himse Patel. Patel's character was to have met her on the set of James Corden talk show, where Patel would serenade her with the Beatles song. But the screenwriter explained that she was cut because audience didn't like the idea of Patel's character straying from his primary love interest. So, I mean, once again, I understand it, because it's like, yo, it was she was supposed to be like a main side character, and they basically didn't have her anywhere. I guess it's more like having Mantis in the trailer for the Guardians of the Galaxy. No, she's not really a side character. I don't know. But I don't know how to properly explain this thing, because it's really weird, and it's something that I've never even considered happening. But it is super, once again, it's just like, hey, what is this? And I'm not really sure. But I just kind of wanted to talk about that and kind of dibble and dabble in on that and see how you guys kind of felt about that, because it is circling the news more. And that article is coming at us from Variety, just in case you guys want to do a little bit more research on it yourself. Just in case you want to do more research, Marisu. You feel me? Okay, so first and foremost, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Daredevil for a little while, because we're supposed to be getting Daredevil coming up here soon, I believe. And Daredevil is one of my most anticipated things coming at us from Disney Plus, and coming at us from Phase 5. I believe Phase 5. Because, we've already known. Kevin Feige came out and told us, what was it? Not last year. He came out a while ago and basically told us, hey, moving forward in the MCU, we're going to have 3 different type of stages that are going to be kind of coexisting at one time. And we're going to have the cosmic stage. We're going to have the ground level stage. And then we're also going to have the mystical or the supernatural stage. And those are going to kind of be the 3 things that we're going to be looking at. And they even hinted at this a little bit more in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, when Falcon was talking about the big 3 being aliens, androids, and wizards. So they were kind of just telling us right there that those are the 3 areas that they're going to be focusing a lot more going into these future phases of the multiverse saga, to be completely honest, right? So Daredevil Born Again and is supposed to be heavily centered around the ground level things. What's supposed to be happening, if I'm not mistaken, is Spider-Man and Daredevil are basically going to be the quote-unquote helm of the ground level things that are happening when it comes to the superhero sides of stuff. That's where we're going to be getting the most information, and they're going to kind of be running shit when it comes to the street level of New York City, which makes a lot of sense. Because, people like Falcon are not necessarily street level heroes. He's a hero, but at the end of the day, he works for the government, at least right now where we're at, until we get Captain America. Because he's probably going to be going against the government in that movie. I mean, it's called New World Order. Come on. But as far as Daredevil goes, we know he's going to be very street level with a lot of the things that's going to be going on. And he's supposed to be expanding a lot more of that street level villainy going on in the MCU as well. We know that, I don't know if we know this for a fact, but they're supposed to be bringing in a lot of the things that were going on in the Netflix universe, right? In Netflix's Marvel universe, which I don't believe is MCU canon, because I believe what they're going to do within the MCU is going to be very similar to the Netflix universe, but as far as it actually being the same characters, I just find that hard to believe. I think the Netflix universe is a multiverse, that something else has happened, but these characters are still those same characters at the core, basically. So with all that being said, going into Daredevil Born Again, I believe we've heard these announcements coming in the last week that apparently, what's his name? Not Superman. I was about to say Superman. I'm wildin'. But apparently Iron Fist is supposed to be making his MCU debut in this as well, along with Iron Fist. Okay, so Iron Fist is supposed to be in this. Damn, who else is it? Basically all the Netflix heroes that we had in the Marvel Netflix universe, in the MNU, if you will, or the NMU, the Netflix Marvel universe. I think I like that better. And the Netflix Marvel universe, all of those characters are supposed to also be in the MCU as Daredevil and the Defenders, basically Luke Cage. But I don't think all of those characters are going to be the same. Iron Fist, for one, I don't believe that actor is coming back as being the same actor. But the villain or the main bad guy that was across all of the Defenders, which was the Hand, I believe they are going to be the main villains still. We're coming into the Daredevil Born Again series. All of that in the main villains and the main shit that's supposed to be going down is all supposed to kind of be pointing towards the Hand and having the Hand kind of actually coming to the MCU and different things happening along the lines of that. So I'm really hyped about that little announcement it's kind of an announcement, but it's really not an announcement yet, because I just can't wait to see what could happen when it comes to Daredevil, because Daredevil is one of those characters, man, where he just kind of hits different. He just kind of hits different, and I like, man, yeah. I don't know what else to say other than Daredevil hits different. And coming into this, right, we have another announcement that I don't even know. I don't know what to say about this, but this is coming at us from NME, who basically, oh my goodness, this article is super duper long. Okay, I am not reading that entire article. So I'm just gonna read the cliff notes. Charlie Cox says his instinct in that is that Daredevil Born Again will be dark on Disney Plus, but won't be as gory. Let's take the things that worked, but can we broaden? Can we appeal to a slightly younger audience without losing what we've learned about what works? So, like, this is something that I'll say on that is not everything has to be gory to be good, right? That's a big thing. Is a lot of people believe, I don't think things have to be gory to be good, but I think gore just gives a certain level of realism to what's going on. In some instances, it can be over-exaggerated to it's not realistic at all, and it's just kind of like, bro, what is this? What's happening here? But in other instances, gore can really actually heighten up the story, and the fact that the gore is in the story or whatever is happening, it makes those stakes feel a little bit more raised, because you know when someone dies, they gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna just be like, no, like their head might get blown off or a hole might get blown out of them or something. And so it does give you a little bit, it does raise the level of intensity that comes with the show or the movie that you may be watching. But when it comes to Marvel stuff, I don't like the gore in Netflix's Daredevil. If we are losing gore but gaining a lot more like cohesiveness and the way Daredevil was moving in the She-Hulk show was amazing. Like, that was like the way bruh just like flipped and jumped off of stuff, like all of that was lit. So if that's the case, if we're like, like I said, losing gore to gain that, that's okay for me. That's okay for me. I'm not entirely upset if that happens, right? Like that's something that we can kind of deal with just because the MCU does fighting very well if they have the right people and the right choreographers handling it, and the CGI works well with the fighting and the movement of like Spider-Man, how Spider-Man moves. It's kind of how Daredevil moves in a way. Like, just be honest, they kind of move of course they ain't swinging from building to building, but they do have similar fighting styles and how they're very agile. That's the word I couldn't find. I couldn't find the word in my brain. Agile. They're very agile with what they do. And that's okay with me, once again. So I'm super hyped to see what may happen with the Daredevil show. And the fact that Charlie Cox is coming out and saying it's not going to be as gory is a little bit concerning, but it's not like, holy shit, what they're going to ruin the show. But I'm definitely here. I'm definitely here. And it's like, my issue with Daredevil, the Netflix show, is we never got to see him in the Daredevil costume. Like they did their damnedest to make bruh just not be in the Daredevil suit for a whole, like, I don't know what the issue was, but they did not let him be in that Daredevil suit at all. And it was wild. Was it a good story? Yes. Like, I love it. Like, all of that is amazing. Kingpin's amazing. All of that's awesome. But, that was just one of my big downfalls for it. It was just like, damn, right when he gets the suit, he get his back broke, and now he's not in it. Like, yeah, so I don't know how I feel about that. But what I do know is I like the new suit. I like the old suit. And I can't wait to see what's going on. And some more, another announcement that we have, or another rumor, I guess you can say, is that Matthew Murdock will have no less than 6 different suits throughout the upcoming highly anticipated Daredevil Born Again. So he's not just going to be in one suit either. He's going to be in all of the suits and interchanging things. And I'm super hyped about that. Like, that's going to be awesome to see him being in different suits. And maybe that's why he was even there in LA, to get him just another suit. Like, yeah, it's going to be legitness. I wish Defenders hadn't rushed through the Elektra storyline. I'd so be looking forward to getting that in Born Again. I think it's possible that we get that, because I don't think it's going to be the same universe. I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to be the same universe. So I think it's very possible that we're going to have Elektra come back, and I think we're going to have some stuff done right this time, because I just don't think it's the same universe with everything. I just don't see that happening unless my guy says Elektra's name or something like that in the show. Like, that's the only way that I can imagine it's going to be. Like, oh, yeah, the whole Netflix series is definitely canon now. I just can't see it. I can't see it happen. I'm sorry. And then if the argument is, well, they put the Daredevil show on Disney Plus, they put the X-Men movies on there as well. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I find that gore itself isn't what makes things intense. It's how you linger on it. The more time the camera gives you to think about the gore, the worse it gets. Yes, very true. Like the dripping of the blood onto the floor and the sound that it makes, and just seeing like what is it? When Kingpin smashes that dude's head in the door, right? It's like, oh my God, because he's like, there's just blah, blah, blah. Like, and then you just see the bloody mess on the floor, and you're just like, damn, that was intense, right? Like, that's what's intense. So, yeah, I feel you. I feel you there, Marisu, all the way. Sponged has arrived, Big Bro Sensei. Just came from Vito Chat to come say I love you, because we just hit 1 year and 2 months knowing y'all cuties. Love you. Hey, much love to you, Sponge. I'll be having a good one, bro. And shout out to my bro Vito, because he over there streaming on Twitch. Shout out to my guy. I hope everyone's having a vibey day. I hope you're having a vibey day, Sponge. And bro, I hope you're having a good stream if you watching still. Much love to all of y'all over there. Cuphead says, Mr. Bro, Daredevil Born Again will have some awesome fight scenes. Hell yeah, they will. Look at how they teased us in She-Hulk with Daredevil's fight scene and the hallway fight scene. Like, you can't have Daredevil and not have him fight in a hallway. And I love the fact that even though it was a little cheese, not really, but it was a little cheese. Like, I love the fact that they put that in there to, kind of just like, oh man, it just makes you feel good. It's like, oh yeah, bro. They know what we want from Charlie Cox. They know what we want from Daredevil, and they're gonna give it to us. And that was just you know what I mean? That was just a little taste of it. So yeah, I'm super happy about it. So you can have gory moments as long as you keep the story moving. The easier it is for younger audiences to deal with it. Yeah, very similar to what they did with the Falcon and Winter Soldier when U.S. Agent murders a man using the shield, and then there's like blood dripping off of the shield, and there's it's just enough to be like, damn. It's just enough, and then it keeps moving to other parts, and then you get them fighting and stuff like that. So yeah. I see R2D2 behind you. Oh yeah, you see R2. Yeah, I want to get another one. That would be a dope. I would do a plushie giveaway, but man, that shipping would probably be crazy. But I'm here for him having like 6 suits as well. That just sounds awesome. Whew. All right. So, all of that being said, let's see what is next on the docket. Unless you guys want to nerd out about Daredevil a little more, we definitely can. I'll nerd out just a little bit more about Daredevil. I think Daredevil Born Again is going to honestly change the trajectory of the ground level MCU. Because up until this point, we haven't even seen the ground level of the MCU outside of Miss Marvel. Let me think. Because Hawkeye was ground level. Oh, I guess Hawkeye is ground level, but it's not ground level because they were on like a whole different vibe. Like it was going like Hawkeye was still like spy stuff. Like it wasn't all the way ground level of the MCU. Moon Knight, not ground level of the MCU. We were in freaking London, and there was kaiju's and shit. WandaVision, also like all of that. Anything that has to do with like shield or sword, I don't think that counts as ground level of the MCU. Let me know how you guys feel about that. But that's just kind of my thought process is, hey, if we're talking about shield, if we're talking about sword, that's really not ground level all the way. Miss Marvel, though, was ground level because it was damage control in the streets chasing her, if you understand. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little different. But it wasn't ground level, really, because we were talking about cosmic shit. So that's... I guess we really haven't got to see ground level MCU at all. Now that I'm thinking about it, because, like, Shang-Chi got mystical. Captain America's never been really ground level. Because, I mean... ground level is like street level, right? Like, is that safe to say? Like street level is like the stuff that's happening day to day. Spider-Man swinging through the streets, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. All those are more. That's street level to me, right? So that's why. I mean, if they do make that canon, okay, that's awesome because then we'll have some street level stuff. But at the same time, yeah. So we're just going to get more of that type of thing. Being in the actual streets and fighting. And not necessarily fighting aliens in the streets. But fighting regular people. She-Hulk. No, She-Hulk. I guess She-Hulk is kind of ground... Nope. No, because she wasn't dealing with S.H.I.E.L.D. She was dealing with damage control. That's a little more ground level. I guess She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, those are both pretty ground level. Hawkeye is ground. I guess we can say Hawkeye is ground level, but it's just it felt a little bit too spy espionage type of vibes in there. But I guess they were fighting like the tracksuit mafia. So yeah, that's I guess we can say Hawkeye is in the street level as well. So Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, and the other one that I said. I guess we can put those there. So it'll be really dope to see more of like that type of vibe, like the Kingpin trying to run for mayor of New York. Like, yeah, like that's it. You know what I mean? That's the sweet spot is right there. Like, give us that street level vibe because like Iron Man's not a street level hero. He's not fighting. He's not stopping a burglar really from snatching a purse. You know what I mean? Like they're not really doing those street level things in that way. Like Daredevil is going to stop that petty crime, like Captain America will as well, but that doesn't really count. He's Captain America. Of course he will. But I mean like real street level, like superheroes to where that's what their day consists of. And that's what I'm here for. I can't wait to see these street level things kind of get more fledged out, man, because the street level of the MCU, it looks great. Like in She-Hulk, it looks awesome. That street level vibe of what's going on in LA. It's like, oh yeah, there's some shit going down here. Like, yeah. So that's what I really want from Daredevil is to see what's going on. Spider-Man, I don't know how they're going to make Spider-Man become more of a street level hero because they've already kind of like they put him over that. But then I mean they made him want to be more of that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man instead. But it's like I don't know how they do that. Where do you introduce where do you do that at? Like, do you have that street level stuff happen in all of the Disney Plus shows, and then you just have Spider-Man movie that focuses on the big thing of that? I don't know. I don't know. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna do. I'm just really interested to see what's gonna happen and where they're gonna go with it. All right, and then uh we also have an update from Mike Beasley. Let's see. Okay, never mind. That's talking about season 2 stuff. Mike Beasley was talking about season 2 already, yo. God damn, Beasley. Damn, Beasley, be easy. Be easy, Beasley. Let me see. All right, so we know who we can expect during the 18 episode run of him of Daredevil, right? Let's see. So this 18 episode adventure will be dark in tone and have all the elements that its counterpart on Netflix show had. TVMA, more along the line of R. This show will be violent and gritty. With so many episodes, there is plenty of room for other characters to show up. I've been telling you about this for a while now, but here's the update. Echo should be the obvious at this point. They're lovers in the comics and they have a common enemy. Kingpin, last we saw him, he was shot by Echo. He will be the big bad of this series, and we will get a look at the criminal underworld, which is what I'm really happy about. The Defenders, we will see the team come together. Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter, who may show up in She-Hulk, but she didn't. Luke Cage, most likely Michael Coulter, and Daredevil will come together. Notice I didn't say Iron Fist. Know that yet. He will show up soon, and he will be a recast, but we will get another familiar face. Colleen Wing. Jessica Henwick is returning to reprise her role. She was close to Iron Fist as well as another criminal organization. And Colleen Wing was actually supposed to be they wanted to cast her in Shang-Chi, but she turned that down because she wanted to come back for the possible you know the possible stuff that might be happening with Daredevil. The Hand, the underground organization, will be prevalent in the series, and John Bernthal is back as Punisher, and it won't be watered down for him as well. So that's gonna be fire, bro. Like, I'm super ready for that. That's gonna be Liddy McJitty, and I hope everyone's ready, because I have no doubt that Daredevil is going to be amazing, because Daredevil is what we need. Like, Daredevil is what we need in the MCU to get it to that next level. Daredevil and the supernatural stuff, of course. Like, we need that. Daredevil, Fantastic Four, and the X-Men, like, those are all things that we need more of in the MCU, and it's almost the only way to make it better. Almost the only way, for real, for real. So, I'm hyped. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, I can't find the original thing that I was trying to talk about. So, let's move right along to the next thing on the docket. Oh, we got a new still from John Wick 4. I still need to watch John Wick. I'm lacking. Oh, I'm going too far now. John Wick 4 is going to be dope. They're also doing the spinoff from John Wick, going into what's it called? It's not Ballerina, is it? No, the hotel. Wait, let's jump into the chat. My bad. Anybody can be a street level hero. Just look at Flash on the CW. Kind of just depends on how busy he is. Yes, I agree. I agree a lot with that. But that's the whole thing, you know? Like, a street level hero is a street level hero until something bigger happens, and then they go and handle that. But it's like, there are certain heroes that never go back to the street level, and they just keep handling the bigger stuff. Like Captain Marvel, for instance. Like Moon Knight. I don't think we're going to see like Moon Knight and Captain Marvel on the street level of the MCU fighting Kingpin. Like, that's just not what I see happening, you know? Like Black Knight. We're not going to see Black Knight against Kingpin. Blade. We're not going to see characters like that really fighting in the streets. Like, we might see Blade go into Daredevil because there's vampires somewhere in New York and he needs his help. You know, we'll see something like that. And then for that episode, that's like a supernatural street level thing, team up. But, you know, outside of that, I don't think that's gonna happen in that way. Did you watch Cloak and Dagger? That was a great street level series. A lot of people tell me about Cloak and Dagger, but no, I haven't watched Cloak and Dagger. I believe that's on Hulu. I don't think that's on Disney Plus yet, is it? And what's the other one? Marvel's Runaways. I think people talk about a lot. I saw a little bit of Marvel's Runaways, but I haven't watched any of Cloak and Dagger. That's so dope. That's it. That it's 18 episodes. But what's the episode length? Ooh, that's a good point. I hope they aren't She-Hulk length. Yeah, I don't think they'll be She-Hulk length. I think we're looking at more like probably the Falcon and Winter Soldier or Hawkeye length. I think Hawkeye episodes were about like a little bit longer than She-Hulk, but not as long as Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Maybe Moon Knight. Maybe we're looking at like Moon Knight length episodes for Daredevil. Because, you know, like like every other show had 30 to 45 minute episodes with like 250 minutes ones. Like, two of them were like maybe 50 minutes, but the rest of the episodes were definitely under that. But She-Hulk was She-Hulk and What If. She-Hulk and What If definitely had the shorter lengths, and so did WandaVision at the beginning. Like, those first episodes when it's like Honey, I'm Home and all that type of shit, you know, like I Love Lucy and all those. Yeah, those episodes were shorter, but once you get past that, it got a little bit longer. But yeah, here's our first, not our first look, but here is the Entertainment 2023 preview exclusive for John Wick 4, baby, and that thing looked fire. Like, come on, this is gonna be a banger. I have no doubt this is about to be a banger. And I mean, hey, we all know that John Wick changed the universe. Literally, it changed reality for people. And I still haven't seen this, but I have seen the other stuff that has tried to mimic this, and it's usually, from what I hear, not as good. And John Wick is in a league of its own. John Wick, I'm pretty sure John Wick was the first skin that was added to Fortnite. Like the first skin that wasn't, just a regular Fortnite skin. One of the first crossovers, I guess you can say, that they did was the John Wick skin. And you knew if you was playing Fortnite, when you saw John Wick, someone with a John Wick skin, that they was about to whoop that ass. They was about to go crazy on you. And I'm super hyped to see what this is going to, I'm hyped to get into this universe overall, to be honest. I just need to get through my phase 4 rewatch, and then I can do it, and then I can watch it. I just recently watched The Recruit as well, so it actually might be a good time for me to get into this because The Recruit was really good. But damn, I'm super hyped for John Wick 4, and I'm hyped for all of the... I think we're supposed to be getting 2 spin-offs from John Wick. One is supposed to be like the Continental Hotel, I believe, and then the other one is Ballerina. So John Wick is officially going to be its own extended universe, which I am super hyped about, and that really is what is getting me into these. That's really what's getting me into these movies as well, is that, because I am unfortunately not a big movie watcher of things that don't have to do with fantasy and sci-fi. Like, just to be honest. I'm not, like, if it's not sci-fi, fantasy, superhero, action-y things, I'm usually, before now, I never really watched stuff like that. When I was younger, I should say, I never really watched just regular movies. But now I'm getting more into watching regular movies. So the fact that, they have, I don't even know if this is a regular movie because there's like an assassin and shit. So I don't even know if that falls under that category, but I'm here for it, and I'm here to check it out. And I think, more things should start spinning off into different universes, and they should stop trying to do so many sequels for stuff and start doing spin-offs more, because it's like, once you have spin-offs and once you have more characters coming into the fray, that's when things really get spicy. So I'm happy to see the John Wick universe growing, and I believe John Wick is also supposed to be in Continental and in Ballerina. I think he's supposed to be in both of those shows, if I'm not mistaken, the Continental Hotel and the Ballerina. And then the Continental Hotel is supposed to be in Ballerina as well. So yeah, it's hype. It's hype. I'm hyped to see this, and I know people that are actually big fans of John Wick and things like that. I know they're even more hyped than I am, because I'm just excited. I'm always excited to see new extended universes come into the fray, because extended universes is, like I just said, it's just the way to go, and it's the way to continue a franchise and not necessarily water it down in the bad. And if you do it right, you know what I mean? Because I'd rather something spin off into something else and that be bad than a sequel to something that was good be bad. Yeah. 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 I'm trying to make sure that I said that the right way. But yeah, like, that's better for me. Like, instead of a sequel being trash, let's spin this off into something else. And if that's good, then we can make another thing, Like, I'm really happy that they waited until they got to season 3 for The Boys to start doing a spinoff. They wanted to make sure that they had their footing established, make sure that the audience is here for it, year in and year out, season in and season out. And we are here for it. No, like, every season we're here. So I'm hyped. My bad. My arm is all tightening up on a brother. I don't know why. I've told you before, anything can be a franchise if you put the effort in. Yeah, that's really true. Anything can be a franchise. But I don't know if that's because is that what a franchise is now? Is that what a franchise is when it spins off? Isn't it is an extended universe technically a franchise? I guess so, huh? Yeah, I guess that is a franchise. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. Anything can be franchised. Like Arcane. Oh man, could you imagine if they franchised Arcane and then we get spin-offs of that? Like in the next season, we get just some, we follow someone else or doing some. Oh yeah, yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I love the franchises and like Invincible is awesome. Give me like two more seasons of that as well, and then go ahead and spin that off into something. Everything needs to do that, yo. Um, Sensei, don't you have a heart attack on stream? Nah, I ain't gonna. Nah, my shoulder blade, this whole part right here, like my whole, I don't know what's going on, but it is aching, yo. So that's why I'm trying to stretch it out, cause this muscle is like aching on your boy. All the like my back shoulder blade to the front of my shoulder blade, all of that is aching. So that's why I'm sitting here moving it around, cause my thing is whoop whoop whoop. All right. Let's see. So yeah, Transformers. Love that. I love that. That's definitely something that's going to be a fire franchise once they get deeper into it. I mean, it was a fire franchise before, but once again, they should have spun off into something, instead of just kept giving us Transformers movies. Like they should have did Bumblebee and then Optimus Prime. Like I don't know why a lot of these franchises don't build up to stuff. That it's just really weird to me. Like why come out with the Transformers movie first? Why not have uh like Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and then other people? I'm not big on Transform. I don't know every Transformers name, so I'm sorry. But why not give us a bunch of different movies and everybody has their human or something like that. And then we get the big team up movie of Transformers, and then everyone comes together, and now we are Transformers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why stuff like that doesn't happen, but it should. It should. It should happen a lot more. I think it's wild that they're not doing that more. And that's why, just to kind of go off on a little Star Wars tangent of something that I've said before, but that's why I think it would be amazing if we got into the future of Star Wars about 30 years into the future from the last thing that we got, which is The Last Jedi, I believe, right? That's the last Star Wars thing that we had, I think. I don't even know. It's all a blur at this point. But if we got that, 30 years in the future from that, and we get a new quote unquote Jedi Council, and it consists of Grogu, Rey Palpatine Skywalker, Cal Kestis, Ahsoka, and Ezra. Like, bro, that would be, that would be fire. That would be fire because we've seen all of their different stories in different ways. We've seen the animated, movie, television, everything, and have all of those come together. Yeah, give it to me, bro. And then they're like a new Jedi Council that's forming a new whatever they're doing. I'm here for that all the way. Not everybody might be, but I am one of those people that is. For sure, for sure. And I'm hype. I'm hype about the future of Star Wars, yo. 100%. And look, we're even getting we're getting House of the Dragon as of like a TV franchise now. Not House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, my bad. Because we got Game of Thrones, then we got Game of Thrones House of the Dragon, and then we're gonna have the Game of Thrones Jon Snow show as well. That's what we're still supposed to be getting. So it's a whole bunch of spin-offs and amazingness that's going on around here. You feel me? And I'm hyped for it. So, all that being said, let's actually move into our next thing. And that is the Flash trailer. So, Warner Bros. Let's see. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. Black Owl. And Warner Bros. To return to Super Bowl after 17-year absence with the Flash promo, which is insane. This movie is going to be crazy, okay? It sucks that this is going to have next to zero implications for anything, but I am still going to be here for this because we know we're still getting Supergirl, we're getting multiple Flashes, and we're getting Michael Keaton's Batman, and those are all reasons to get cheeks and seats. Woo! Excuse me. Warner Bros. Discovery is making a big splash and returning to the Super Bowl after a 17-year absence with a promo for The Flash, the Wrap exclusively learned. Super Bowl, whatever number that is, will take place on Sunday, February 12th, 2023. The buzz on the film is so good that 5 days later... Wait, what? Yeah, okay. The buzz on the film is so good that 5 days later, the superhero film will have its trailer pegged in front of Marvel Studios' Ant-Man Quantum and the Wasp, which opens in theaters February 17th, 2023. Oh, damn. So when we go see Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, the Flash trailer is going to be in front of it. Oh, shit. I'm not going to lie. That is a very bold move. They must really believe in this. The studio last appeared at the Super Bowl back in 2006 when promo spots for 16 Blocks, V for Vendetta, and Poseidon aired throughout the big game. V for Vendetta is a banger. Never heard of anything else that they're talking about. According to an insider with knowledge of the project, the film has been testing positively. Starring Ezra Miller and inspired by the landmark comic Flashpoint, the film will see the Flash travel across various multiverses, encountering other versions of himself as well as a version of Supergirl from an alternate timeline. Additionally, the film also stars Michael Keaton, making his return as Batman after nearly 30 years. As the Wrap first reported, Keaton first played Batman Bruce Wayne in Tim Burton's 1989 blockbuster of the same name, a critical and financial success that changed how superhero films were viewed and paved the way for the genre's future box office domination. Keaton last played Batman in 1992's Batman Returns, but quit the role during development of a third film after Burton was pushed out as director and placed with Joel Schumacher. What the hell? Who took the series in a campier direction with 1995's Batman Forever and its much reviled 1997 follow-up Batman and Robin. But The Flash will disregard the latter two entries entirely and explore what Keaton's version of Batman has been up to since we last saw him. That's all fire. Miller and their agent met with Warner Bros. Films back in August, and what the Wrap has learned was described as a very positive meeting about the future of the upcoming DC film, The Flash. Is that it? The meeting with new WB film executives Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdy took place on the Warner Bros. Lot in Burbank to discuss the film, though no other details about the meeting were disclosed. Miller, the embattled star of The Flash, who has drawn national headlines for a series of troubling personal events and attention from law enforcement, previously announced they had entered into treatment for complex mental issues and apologized in a statement to media about their recent behavior. The Flash also recently made headlines as the cameo of Henry Cavill's Superman was recently removed from the ending of the film, as Cavill will no longer play the Man of Steel. Damn, I don't know if I knew that last part. Did we talk about that? Oh, my goodness. I mean, why not just leave him there? We know that it's not going anywhere, so why take it out? That's stupid. I think they should have left it in. I'm not going to lie. I definitely think that they should have left in. They should have left that in because it's like, bro, he's not going. Like, the show's not going anywhere. The movie isn't going anywhere. It's still going to be the same movie, my G. Like that post credit scene ain't really gonna be changing nothing, fam. But this is dope. I'm happy to see a trailer uh finally come out for this because all we've seen is the teaser trailer and the Flash teaser trailer. Let me see when that came out. Let's see. One year ago. That shit came out 1 year ago. Let's check that out. Because I'm pretty sure even that was pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. If I remember correctly. Jesus, what the hell is this? Oh, The Witcher. Oh, yeah. Next gen update. And I'm pretty sure that they added Henry Cavill's suit to that game, by the way. Just as a side note. They added Henry Cavill's suit to that game, which is amazing. Yeah. All right, let's get it. Let's get it.
Greetings, DC fandom and domers. Ezra Miller here, live from the set of The Flash. It looks like this. We're very excited to show you the movie, and we can't yet because we're still making it. We wanted to show you a teaser, but we can't.
I remember me and Battery saw this. I remember me and Battery saw this, and we were like, why is the chest hair out so predominantly? I think Battery said that. I think Battery was like, good God. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. The real part. Because, geez, I don't know what the hell that all was. Here we go.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere you want, right? Any timeline. Any universe. Why do you want to stay and fight to save this one? You change the future. And you change the past.
Are you in?
Come on, son. Let's be honest. That was pretty fire. Come on, that was pretty fire. This movie actually is about to be pretty fire. I forgot that this trailer is actually Liddy McJitty. I'm pretty excited about this. Not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited about it. It does suck that this is gonna go nowhere, but I think it's still gonna be a banger of a movie. I want more documentary stories inside the success and failures of these big franchises. We know so little about why certain decisions are made. That's a really big point. I want to know about like the dark universe and why that fell through. I would really love a documentary on that because that was supposed to be like the Mummy and Dracula and all that type of shit, like Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein. It had such a fantastic cast as well, and off of one movie it all fell through. So I would really like a documentary about the decisions made behind that all the way. How embarrassed will Dwayne Johnson be if Flash makes more money than Black Adam? Okay, first of all, if is crazy because it's 100% going to make more money than Black Adam. I've never even thought about it like that, but it's going to make more money than Black Adam because that trailer we just saw was way doper than any trailer we saw from Black Adam, and that was just a teaser. So yeah, like it's 100% gonna make more money than Black Adam, and I'm pretty sure people are going to be here for this, because this is kind of like DC's last hurrah. You know what I mean? Like, this is DC's last hurrah. Shazam is just Shazam. Aquaman is just Aquaman. Blue Beetle is going to kind of be somewhere near there. And then the other one. What's the other one that we're getting this year? Shazam, Aquaman, Blue Beetle. Oh, yeah, and The Flash. Yeah, duh, I'm stupid. So, yeah, The Flash is DC's really big last hurrah and the DCU send-off. Like, even though, like, it wasn't made to be that, that's what it is. And to be honest, that's what it always should have been. The DCEU should have always ended with The Flash. Oh man. But yeah, the DCU, yeah. So this is the last big hurrah, and I would be super surprised if people don't show up for this movie. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I know a lot of people feel like no one's gonna see any of the DCEU movies that are gonna be coming out because they don't matter, but I highly disagree with that. Like, I highly disagree with that. I personally think every movie from DC this year that from 2023 that we're going to get will 100% make more money than Black Adam did. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, it was fire, but that was like 2 felonies ago. Hell no. Oh, shit. That's hella funny. Oh. That's hella funny, but for real. Yeah, that was like 2 felonies ago, for real. Still no Static Shock, shaking my head. I think, what's up with the C9? How you doing, by the way? But I think we'll get Static Shock next year. Not next year. I think we'll get Static Shock in James Gunn's phase of stuff. I truly believe James Gunn is going to knock the ball out of the freaking park, because James Gunn just seems like a person that's watched Young Justice and all the DC animated universe movies and all of the DC extended universe movies. Like, I think he's seen everything, and I think he has the brain to make DC what it should always be, and that's, dark with the glimmer of hope, and that glimmer of hope is Superman. You feel me? Oh man, I just watched a beautiful video put together by Geek Culture Explained, talking about, just Superman, and oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing. Like, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I think for Superfan Friday, we might watch it and talk about it, yo. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. For Superfan Friday, we might watch that whole thing and just kind of talk about and kind of nerd out and talk about it. But yeah, I think Static Shock will be there. I think Static Shock would be a good addition to the new wave of, like, if they do Teen Titans again or something like that. I think Static Shock would be a good addition to that. And if they do Young Justice again, I think he would be a good addition to that. I think the way to go is do Teen Titans, just because Young Justice is still new, and Young Justice has a certain type of vibe for us Young Justice fans that you just can't kind of, you can't do nothing about that. So yeah, and it's definitely yeah. I'm hyped. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hyped for Static Shock stuff. I'm hyped for Blue Beetle as well. I think Blue Beetle is gonna be fire. I think we're gonna get all the stuff that we want from the new phase or from the new DC studios all the way. The way Aquaman 2 is just lingering out there a year from now is just nuts. How are they gonna promote it? Come on, fam. Like, once again, like, this is, I know I'm playing crazy devil's advocate for stuff lately. But, I mean, like, who the hell cares about Aquaman 2? Like, everybody was going to see that movie just for Jason Momoa. Like, that's what everybody saw the first one for. Like, Jason Momoa, Henry Cavill, and Gal Gadot are the reason why people were going to see those, like, all the stuff that was happening. And Ben Affleck, of course. But, like, they were the reason for that stuff going down. Like, it wasn't because, oh, yeah, I'm so hyped for Aquaman. No. No. It's like, I can't wait to see Jason Momoa again. That's it. That's all people care about. Seeing Jason Momoa shirtless. That's it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. They don't need to do any promoting for Aquaman 2. All they got to do is 2 months before the movie drops, put out a whole bunch of posters of Jason Momoa with his shirt off, and we will have everybody going to see that movie. And that's what they going to do. That's what's going to happen. The first trailer that we see, guarantee you it starts with him coming out the water with the shirt off. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying. And, like, it's crazy how so many people are just okay with him not being Aquaman, but he's Aquaman. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not okay with it, but I'm not okay with a lot of stuff. But like I've seen so much stuff happen, you know, like Aquaman, people are going to be there for Aquaman because it's Aquaman, yo, that's it. It's Aquaman. People are going to see the movie. Like, people are going to see all of the stuff. And no one is going to worry about anything else otherwise. Jason Momoa, shirt off, people in the theater. That's just that. That is just that. No Willem Dafoe shirtless is crazy. Yo, you're wilding for that one, C9. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, yo. Yeah. for real. Like, that's just that. Aquaman is gonna be Aquaman when it comes out. Like, Shazam has that trailer. The thing, like I keep saying, yo, I'm looking forward to the Flash and Blue Beetle. That's it. I still, to this day, I don't think I've ever finished Aquaman, the movie Aquaman. I don't think I've ever finished it. Because it doesn't entice me to watch. I've watched everything else, but there's just something about Aquaman. Like, every time I get to, like, the last 30 minutes, I'd be like, damn, this is a snooze fest. Like, every time I watch it, I don't know why, but that's just what happens. Like, I'd almost rather watch Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds than watch Aquaman. And I know that's going to trigger some people, but that's just kind of how I feel about that, bro. Like, I'm not a fan of that movie at all. And I'm not a fan of Jason Momoa as Aquaman at all. So that's probably why I'm not a fan of the movie, because it just doesn't fit. Like, I just keep thinking of Aquaman in my head, and I'm looking at a buff-ass Samoan. You know what I mean? Like, it don't work. It just doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't. They'd have been better off making my guy Namor. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I don't know. I'm just talking shit, but for real. That's just crazy. Like, yeah, like, my guy's just a buff ass Hawaiian dude, and it's like, how is he Aquaman? I don't know. That's a story for another day, though. That's a story for another day. We're not gonna start ranting about Jason Momoa too much, because I know his fans will come out of nowhere and be like, yo, he is the best thing that ever happened to No, I don't know. But it's just wild, bro. It's wild to see where the DCU has come and where it has gone. And I'm just hyped to see what happens for the future of it. And I don't know. I don't think a lot of people are, but I'm willing to trust James Gunn for the future of the DCU. And if it all comes crashing down, you know, I'll own that up. And then when we get to that point in like a year or two, or like in 5 years, when we actually know what's going on, I'll be like, you know what? Y'all was right. I was wrong. I was wrong. The DCU sucks. I was wrong. James Gunn didn't know what he was doing. The Gunverse is trash. But until then, bruh, Gunverse for the future, bruh. Like, Gunverse forever, yo. I'm cautiously optimistic, but it's looking rough. What's up with it, Mike Beasy? How you doing, G? Yo, we was just talking about Daredevil season 1 from you, my guy. I still don't believe Blue Beetle is real until James Gunn says it is. Blue Beetle is real. I just don't know what it's going to look like. I just don't know what it's gonna look like. And Mike Beasley, I know you got all the insider info, bruh, so I know you probably hearing crazy things about James Gunn and what's going on over there. But I just feel like once we hear what bruh has to say in January, the tea leaves have warned me. Nah, the tea leaves told you that Blue Beetle ain't happening. You're wildin'. Well, the tea leaves have told me otherwise. So I think I trust my tea leaves a little bit more than yours. I'm just saying. Woo, crazy. But I'm still gonna wait it out. I know a lot of people don't believe in James Gunn because he's never had this executive type of role. But in a lot of instances, that's the best time for someone to take the reins. I mean, look, before now, we've had people that had done executive jobs before be in control of DC, and they ran that shit to the ground. Like, they ran that shit into the ground. So it's like, might as well give it to someone that know what the hell they're doing. Give it to somebody who we know doesn't know what they're doing. That's what I meant to say. Like, we gave it to people who know what they're doing, and it showed that they had no clue what they were doing, actually. So let's give it to someone that's actually telling us up front, you know what? I actually have no idea what I'm doing here, but here's my idea. I have way more faith in that honest person than I do the 5 people that lied. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think we're in a good spot, and we're going to keep moving towards a better spot once we get there. You know what I mean? Because it's spicy. It's going to be spicy once we get once we get a drop of truth to the future of the DCU. That is when things actually start going. And that's when we really get to start having good conversations, and people people are going to be complaining forever, but once we know what's actually going to happen, that's when we can be like, nah, this is a bad idea, or nah, this isn't a good idea, or whatever the case may be. But what have we all been saying Marie Sue, you've been around for a while, so you know that I've always said that I think James Gunn would be the guy to control DC. Even before it happened, I was like, yo, they need to just give it to James Gunn and let him do what he does, because obviously with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, it shows he knows what the hell he's doing with DC. Like, he knows how to do DC right. But it's like, damn, man. Look at the people that we had faith in before. James Gunn is miles better than any of them. Yeah, miles better. Well, to me, of course. There is good stuff coming. Just got to get through this rough patch. And I don't think I don't think DC's intelligentsia is gonna let the rough patch go away. DC's been in a rough patch for the last 15 years. DC, truthfully, has almost never got their own characters right. Like Batman, Bane, and all that type of stuff, and the Joker in there. And like, the Joker's dope. But once again, all of these characters that DC have ever done are like, this has nothing to do with its comic book counterpart. Like, this is nowhere near the ballpark of that, So to start actually getting a little bit more of that in the fray of, okay, this actually does reach out to the comic book counterparts. This actually is more of the hope and those types of vibes. Like, yeah, that's what we need. And I've seen people complaining about possibly seeing the regular Justice League happen. Like, people have been like, yo, if James Gunn's Justice League is Superman, Batman, The Flash, Green Arrow, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, and Hot Girl, I'd be mad about that. And I'm like, bro, what? You would be mad about seeing the only live action iteration of Justice League ever happening ever? For real? Like, bro, come on. What are we talking about? And it's just like, people are just complaining for the sake of complaining at this point. It's wild. Gunn has the right background for the job. It helps having a filmmaker in an executive role. It's enticing for other filmmakers knowing someone won't impede your vision. Ooh, you know what? I didn't really think about it in that way, because I know, like, that is a big thing, like the Vision being impeded on. That is a super big deal. Like it's super big deal, but it's like, come on, man. You know? Like it's just like, come on, man. Like let because I know that's the reason why a lot of people don't want to work for the MCU, so to speak, is because there's a really big thing about, you know, you got to do this and not do that. And James Gunn, we see from James Gunn, he loves creative control. So I don't think he would take it away from anybody outside the realm of doing, you know, the things that is necessary, you know? So yeah, that's just kind of that. I think James Gunn is the perfect man for the role, and I think he's going to do great things. And James Gunn, like, I'm pretty sure James Gunn likes Zack Snyder, if I'm not mistaken. I think they know each other. James Gunn knows Henry Cavill. He knows Dwayne Johnson. He knows all the people that are doing stuff. Ben Affleck. He's talked to all of the people that we want to do stuff. So it's like, hey, let him do what he does, you know? Like, they obviously don't know what's going on. I don't doubt James Gunn per se. I just want to wait till he has something other than promises to give us. But once again, all we've been given is promises for the last 15 years. So, and that's kind of my issue with a lot of the things. It's like a lot of the people are like, yo, we need someone that has vision. And it's like, yo, there's been no vision the last 15 years for DC. So it's okay that we got someone that really don't know what they doing, because he probably know more than everybody else that did know what they was doing in this role beforehand. Like, let's just look at the things that we've got up until this point. And like, we ain't even heard a Justice League theme song type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need more. We need more. James Gunn might be great, but it takes a village, and Warner Discovery is an awful village. That's true. That is also true. Warner Discovery is an awful village. But I think that we're going in a direction to where things will be better. And once again, I keep saying it, I think the whole television, animated, movies, video games, all sharing the same universe is going to be a big selling point for the future. Like I know I'm alone on this hill a little bit, but I think personally it would be amazing to get a Superman movie, a Green Lantern animated movie even, a Batman video game, a Flash show or something like that. Something like, you know what I mean? And then having all of those characters team up live action, and it actually be every character that we've seen. The same Batman. So that way we get to explore Batman's detective side more. We get Green Lantern. We're able to explore Green Lantern going into space, and they don't have to worry about that budget for the live action stuff, because they can do all of the things animated for that. And then we can get something else like the Flash, like I said, and give something else for that. And then have them all come together live action. And now we've established all these different characters. We've lived through lives with them in their own ways. And now they come together as the Justice League live action. That would be really dope. That would be really dope. And then you're watching the Justice League movie and you see Batman, and it's the same Batman from the Batman video game that you were just playing. And then you see the Green Lantern, and it's the animated Green Lantern that you was just watching with your kids, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? I just think that's a dope ass selling point. And if they actually try to go through with that, like they say they are, because that is what I understand what you're saying, Mary Sue, that is a big promise right there. But if they actually can come through with that promise, I think we'll be in a completely different era when it comes to the superhero content, because that's something that everyone thought Marvel was doing for a very long time, and what people were super hyped about when the Marvel Avengers game came out. Everybody at first thought when it was in production, it was like, oh, maybe this is going to be like the MCU a little bit. See some of those actors voicing these characters, and we get an Avengers video game that's based on the MCU. And then it came out, and that wasn't that at all. Not the same actors, not even based off of the same character designs. And people were really upset about that. And it's probably a really big reason as why the game kind of flip-flopped, other than it not being great. But if DC can capitalize on all of those things that we want Marvel to do, and they do them first in a really good way, then it's over. You know what I mean? Like, Marvel's bringing back X-Men 97 because they know that we love it. I mean, and all that type of stuff. If DC can bring in the Teen Titans in a television show, and then those Teen Titans actually come into the fray live action, like, bro, you just can't match that level of cross-platform storytelling. That's why people love Star Wars so much, because you can go play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and then go play Star Wars Survivors, and you see the same characters. You see Saw Gerrera, and you know what I mean? You see these characters, you see these things that existed and happened in the Star Wars universe, and you're watching it happen in the animated show, playing it in a video game, watching it on the TV. It just sucks because Star Wars has not been able to properly execute it, because Star Wars was never supposed to be a canon, like a heavily canon focused thing when George Lucas made it. But over the years, canonicity has become more important to everybody. So now you have more things that, drive on that more. So now Star Wars starts going down. The stock for Star Wars basically starts going down once the connectivity across media starts going up. Because people are now looking for Star Wars to cross over and have these things that happen, but they keep having to retcon stuff because it wasn't like that before. So they have to go back and be like, okay, this is actually what happened then. Yeah, I know you guys all thought that all the Jedis died, but actually like 15 survived. Oh, well, actually not every Jedi died. It's just that some of them went away from the Jedi Order, so that's why they're not a Jedi technically anymore, because they stopped practicing it. So the ones that didn't die gave up or went into hiding, and it's like, but I thought they were all dead. You know what I mean? And then it just continues. But with DC now, they can start from the jump with that idea of this is what we're going to do across all forms of media, and do it. And I'm here for it. It sucks that the comic books aren't going to be a part of that as well, but at the same time, it's good. Gunn's Justice League sounds exciting. Gonna be the Justice League animated team inspired by Bruce Timm. I want to see that so I don't mistake anything. Bruce Timm, Justice League. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Batman. Yeah. Batman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Hawk Girl, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Mr. Manhattan. I mean, is it really Justice League if you don't have all of those characters? Because, to me, the Justice League has always been 7, right? That's why The Boys has the 7 as their superhero squad or whatever, because it's supposed to be the Justice League, and the Justice League is 7 heroes. So it's like, if you don't have those 7 heroes, then what are we really doing? If you don't have Green Lantern, what are we doing? Like, that's how I feel. If we don't have Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter, what are we doing? Hot Girl? Yeah, she can go. But if we don't have Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter, are we even the Justice League? You know what I'm saying? The Timverse should have been the model from the start. Yo, I mean, I don't know. I'm not big. I don't know about. I don't know. Oh! You're talking about. Okay, so when you're saying Tim, you've been talking about Bruce Timm. Every time you've said Tim, Mary Sue, I don't know why, but I've just assumed you were talking about Tim Burton this entire time. So that's a big my bad on my part. But yes, it definitely should have been. I agree all the way. Gunn wrote Snyder's screenplay for Dawn of the Dead. That connection is definitely there. That means something for sure. Oh, I didn't even know that. What? That's lit. That's a good ass movie too. I had no idea. I had no idea about that. That's a deep connection too. That's not just that's like we're friends. Like we're friends. I appreciate you. We know each other. Our wives know each other. That's that type of, you know what I mean? That's that type of bond right there. Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. That makes me happy because like I said, I like Snyderverse, but that's not what I want for Justice League. What's up with the words? How you doing? Word 789 says, is the Flash trailer out? No, we were just talking about how the Flash trailer is going to premiere during the Super Bowl this year. And it's the first time since it's the first time in like 16 years, basically, since that's happened. Since WB has been at a Super Bowl trailer. So that's why has had a Super Bowl trailer. So that's why it's a big deal. Agreed, Mary Sue, it should. Yeah. I'm one of those guys who thinks Snyder peaked with 300 and Watchmen and went downhill from there. I had no idea that Snyder did Watchmen. I think I did know that, actually. I think I just found that out this year, though, if I'm not mistaken. And see, Watchmen is the universe that Snyder should be doing, not Justice League. Like I'll calm down. Dawn of the Seven parody to Dawn of Justice. Yes, facts. Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, yo, if we don't have those 7, we are not even, it's not even right. You know what I mean? Oh, no, definitely meant Bruce Timm. Should have explained that more, I guess. Nah, that's my bad. I just assumed you meant Tim Burton because we were talking about Michael Keaton at the time, if I'm not mistaken. So I just automatically assumed that that's what you meant. And yeah, that's just my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. I don't know where the hell my brain went on that one. Put it this way, there will be something for everyone under Gunn's tenure. And that's kind of the biggest thing that I want. You know what I mean? Is there should be something for everyone. That's what Marvel's doing right this second. And that's why so many people are having issues with certain content because it's not tailored towards them. Some of this content is tailored towards a certain genre of women. Some of the content is tailored towards a certain genre of children. Like, that's just where we're at right now. The comic book nerds are being satisfied all the time. So it's like, let's satisfy some of the normie people that don't know as much of the stuff that's going on here and give them a good in to where they want to start paying attention and watching all of our Marvel stuff. And with variety comes dislike. That comes hand in hand. Once you start having a variety of things, people will start disliking some of your stuff. And that's just how it goes. People will eat Chex Mix, but not everybody eat every Chex in the mix. You know what I'm saying? There are some people that don't eat the pretzels in Chex Mix. Some people don't eat the little hard-ass oval things. But it's still a mix of everything. At the end of the day, you just choose what parts you eat and what parts you don't. Life is like a box of chocolates, baby. You never know what you're going to get. And with all that being said, yo, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. We've talked about a grandiose scheme of things today. And I appreciate all of you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like on this video because it helps us tremendously around here. And if you're looking for a way to support us, you can do that by joining the Super Fam, like I was just saying. You can also drop the like I was also just saying. And if you really want to find another way to support us, you can by getting some merch. You can now purchase Marvel Bros merch by visiting our website at www.marvelbros.com. That's MRVLbros.com. And don't forget to tag us on social media so we can see how you represent the Super Fam. We definitely highly appreciate you guys for vibing with us. Today is Thursday, so tomorrow is going to be Super Fam Friday. And tomorrow we'll have gambling enabled. We'll probably get a little nerdy and talk about whatever we want to talk about, and kind of just, like I said, we'll watch that video by Geek Culture Explained talking about Superman and all that type of stuff. And then we'll really nerd out about that. Maybe talk about some of the other things that Mike Beasley has said this week. Just get real swifty with it. So yeah. I appreciate you guys. You guys definitely rock socks, and I do definitely appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, make sure you follow Marvel Bros on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all the news that we post every single day, so you can stay up to date with them headlines, baby. And don't forget to follow me at Sensei Finito on all of the things as well, so you can stay up to date with all of my hot takes and my opinions on the nerdy news that comes out. With all that being said, I hope all of you guys have a fantastic day. And don't forget to stay awesome, stay nerdy, and stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the Superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.
On today's pop culture news update.
On today's pop culture news update,